guys, welcome back to the Redefining Health podcast, where we challenge the status quo when it comes to food, fitness, and mental health. Yay!
Yeah.
And today's topic is
Supporting your spouse.
the importance of supporting and working with your spouse when it comes to health-related goals.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to let you start this podcast off. This is your topic.
Okay.
I mean, it's our topic, but it was your idea.
Yeah,
It's
well,
important.
I think that it's just very important to support your spouse in all things, but especially when it comes to overall health goals. And I think that you're responsible in some ways for your spouse's success. If you think about, living a long life together, health is a big part of that.
Right.
And so if you want to get the most out of your life with your life partner, your spouse, then you should take some responsibility for that person's overall health goals. And so, hey, that's the way I see it. Take it or leave it. It's completely up to you. But, yeah.
Yeah, this is something that we've been talking about a lot lately. And just to give you guys a little bit of a backstory or information on us, we have been working out together for how long now?
I mean, off and on since we've been married.
Right. But consistently, I guess, since we've been in this house for since Phoenix has been born.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we've been more consistent since
Right.
we've had Phoenix, but I mean, we've been exercising together off and on since we've been married.
Right. Yeah, we have. That's true. We have like old videos and stuff. We've always tried to create team like challenges and things like that together. We've always tried to work out together, eat clean together, and it just really helps to have that other person as your built-in accountability partner.
Built in. For sure. And, my biggest thing, along with everything that I mentioned before and everything that you just mentioned just now is, if not you, then who?
Right.
And so, a lot of people would argue that, health is a personal endeavor, and in a lot of ways it is. At the end of the day, I can still leave the house and go eat whole pizza if I wanted to,
right. and I can sneak cookies under the bed.
Yeah, so there's still sneaking cookies. I wasn't expecting that one. But there's still I guess what I'm trying to say is there's still a level of personal and individual accountability that you have to take into account. But when it comes to the overall support system, if not you, then who?
Yeah, I feel like it's much bigger. Like your personal accountability is small, but then if you have that built-in accountability with your partner, I feel like you are just guaranteed more success. I feel like once I started feeling supported from you, I was able to really succeed. And it doesn't always mean that we're like working out side by side. But it means that we're both working out that day. Sometimes we work out together in the morning, and oftentimes we're working out, not necessarily like side by side, but we both know, hey, did you get your workout in today? We don't even ask each other anymore. But before we'd be like, hey, did you get your workout in today?
Yeah.
And it's not in like a negative way either.
Yeah, and that's a good segue to our tips. So
right.
What we want to provide is a few tips on how you can be the best accountability partner when it comes to overall health with your spouse. And the first of which is to be encouraging, especially for men. I know that with me, I get excited about things. I get motivated about things, and I'm just ready to just kind of tackle it head on. And some people may not be there. Your spouse might not be in a place where they're ready to just go and run 5 miles, even though you woke up one day and you're like, I'm doing it, right?
Exactly.
So that's kind of my style. I kind of, when I see something that I want to start accomplishing, I just kind of sink my teeth in it and start going. You have to be, you have to be patient with your with your spouse, and also make sure that you're also being encouraging.
And well,
those are two tips. Be
right,
patient and be encouraging.
Be patient and be encouraging. And you have to really understand who your spouse is and accept them and love them for who they are and then who they wish to become. So, like, for instance, I don't want to run 5 miles, but I do want to be in great shape. And so my approach to fitness is going to be different than Mike's approach to fitness. And so when he first was like, well, let's go run, I'm like, I'll run with you down to the corner. I am really tired, and actually I really don't enjoy this anymore. and he, was patient with me, and he was like, okay, well, I'll run with you, and then, I'll run you back to the house, and then I'll keep running. And that was encouraging to me, to not feel like I was pushed or forced into doing something, but yet Mike understood that I still did want to get in shape. So that's great. Understand who your spouse is, who they want to be, and who they want to become.
Absolutely. So the next piece of advice or tip would be to celebrate small successes with your spouse. So depending on where they are with their fitness journey or overall health goals, and again, everything is not about body fitness and getting a better physique. A lot of it is about reining in overeating, changing your diet, taking things out of your diet,
drinking more water.
It could be counting calories. It could be trying to reduce carbohydrates or bad carbs, getting more sleep. There's a ton of things. We just gave you like 5 or 6 things that you can compliment your spouse on, right? And the small successes, right? It's like, okay, today I'm only going to have 1 cookie instead of 5. That's a success.
Exactly.
So, don't be the enemy of the good. You want to be encouraging. You want to be uplifting, and you want to be patient. Again, the kind of reiteration of all the things we've already said, but celebrate the small successes, and everything is a success, because when it comes to overall wellness and health, fitness, it's a long-term, lifelong approach, and
it is.
Little successes mount up to big wins, and that's what sustains a healthy lifestyle.
Right. What's that next tip?
Our next tip is understand body goals versus health goals. And we kind of touched on this a little bit.
You did, yeah.
But I want to elaborate. There are people, and we've talked about this in previous podcasts, there are people who are a certain weight, and physically you may say something about them or may assume something about their health, but their blood work may be better than yours. So you have to distinguish between body goals and health and wellness goals.
Right.
There are individuals who take steroids, and they're very big and muscular.
And they look muscular. A lot of these probably are our fitness influencers on Instagram.
They absolutely are. But if you take that blood work, cholesterol through the roof.
Right.
Blood pressure through the roof. You know what I mean? Their hormones is just out of this, all out of whack.
And that is not what we're advocating for. We're advocating for true health and wellness. So, go to your doctor, get your blood work done, especially in the Africare. In our
Africare.
I was about to say in our community. In our community, the African American community, we don't visit the doctor as much as we should. And so, go to the doctor, see what your blood work looks like, get your tests done, and then, don't be afraid. Some people are so afraid that they just don't go. And, prevention is the biggest medicine. So
biggest thing. And
figure it out.
And when it comes to your spouse's health, body goals versus health goals, you could be advocating for something.
It may not be healthy for them.
Yeah.
If you are trying to get your spouse to even join you on a quick fix diet or something like that, that is not healthy. So you both need to get in line and change your mindset around your health goals, and make sure that you are encouraging each other to do things in a healthful manner.
And compliment progress.
Well, hold on. So let's talk a little bit more about complimenting progress and what that means.
Yeah. So, hey, if you see that your spouse is getting down or toning up or or you see them with a very heart healthy lunch or a green leafy salad, or you see them drinking water, or if you see them lacing up their walking shoes and going out for a walk during a lunch break, compliment that. Right. You have to encourage those small steps through compliments. Right. That's the demarcation that you're going in the right direction.
Right. Yeah, and that it's so important to get that reassurance from your spouse, and this is something to work on for everyone, men and women, right? Words of affirmation are very important, even if it's not your love language. Like, it's important to be affirmed because, like Mike said earlier, if you're not affirmed by your spouse, then who are you going to be affirmed by? And then right. But even if it's not like a specific person, maybe you're going to social media to be affirmed. Maybe you're posting, picture after picture just so that you are able to get some type of affirmation. And we want that to be in a helpful way, especially, as a married couple, right? One of the studies that I thought was really amazing, they did this study on spouses that work out together, and they found that spouses that work out together are happier in the long run, and they attest that they are happier with each other in their relationship. So this was something amazing that I found. If you think about it, dopamine is released when you work out and even when you try new things. And so if you're, you guys form a goal together and you reach that goal, or you're working out together, dopamine is released. And so you're happier.
There you go.
So let's be happier as couples this year, and really, of course, try to help each other be healthier. And all of these steps go for people who, one spouse may be healthier than the other, have better blood work. It doesn't matter. These steps, you should be going at health as a team regardless if you're both out of shape, regardless if one is in shape, or regardless if you're both in better shape. You should never act like you have arrived. You can always improve.
There's always room to improve, and there's always room where you can support. So, and what better way than health? If you think about, your marriage vows, or your, whatever you want to call them, till death do us part. And so you want that to be as prolonged as possible, and you want to live, as much life with this person as you possibly can.
I'm laughing. You're right. It's very uncomfortable for me to speak about death. So every time Mike brings it up, I'm laughing. Hey, I'm trying. He's helping me feel more comfortable with that.
Fact,
it is a fact of life.
Like, it's something that we all have to accept, and we don't want to get morbid. We'll probably just cut this out.
No, it's actually really important. It's
but I mean, this is your life partner.
Right.
This is who you spend as a married couple. Like, I'll speak for myself. Sometimes I just think like, we spend every single day together. Like,
we do.
And we spend even more time together now because of,
COVID,
the pandemic. Yeah. So, it's like, this is the person that I spend all my time with. And so I should want them to have optimal health.
Right.
And I should play a significant role in that. There's nothing wrong with that.
And it's not in a pushy way. Mike never came to me and said, I need you to get healthy.
I couldn't either, because I wasn't healthy myself, so I couldn't even do that.
Well, you could. I mean, people are all types of crazy, and you could, And so thankfully it was never that, and that is never what we're advocating. If the other spouse isn't there, you lead by example. I remember when we first got together, listen, I was never a morning person, and Mike would be getting up early to either work or try to exercise or do different things, and I would still be sleeping in the bed. And it just, he never was like, well, sometimes he was like, man, you really need to get up and start your day, but then he stopped pushing, and I just saw him constantly lead by example and get up and get moving, to where over time, it kind of made me uncomfortable that I was still sleeping in the bed and he got his day moving. I started feeling unproductive, and it wasn't because of what he said. It was because of what he did day in and day out. And now that, I mean, I also have Phoenix now, so he makes me get up, but you know, it helps me. I can't just lay in the bed. I feel like I'm losing daylight, and it's absolutely amazing because I never thought I'd be a morning person.
Well, yeah, the best way to start your day is to start with exercise, and that comes from just reading books about the top performing individuals in every industry. And one thing that is held constant throughout all of their lives and all of their routines is they wake up every morning and they work out.
Right. I think that'll be a really good topic for another, or maybe our next one. Yeah, start your day with
we
exercise.
Should definitely talk about starting your day with exercise, and we can bring up some examples of people who lead Fortune 500 companies, people who run countries, heads of states, name it, leaders, throughout all of society, and how they start their day and how they regimen their routine is usually starts with exercise. So with exercise, so we can start.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
As well,
because there's a ton of benefits, and we've experienced benefits. I will not go a morning except for like Sabbath morning, of course, without exercise.
For sure. So. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Support your spouse. If not you, then who? If it ain't you, is it Instagram? If it's not you, then is it YouTube? Where is the encouragement coming from?
Right.
And if your spouse is on a health kick, you need to hop on that health kick with them.
Exactly.
Period. I don't care what your life consists of or how busy you think you are. There's
always somebody more busy than you.
You're never too busy for your spouse. You're never too busy to help them reach a goal. So,
And if neither of you are on a quote unquote health kick, you don't have to be on a health kick, but you need to figure out how you want to live, and I hope that we're able to really help you guys see the importance of health. I know some people are just completely oblivious and not interested at all. Doesn't mean you have to eat salads all the time, but you do need to be moving, active, and you need to eat more plants.
Eat more plants. It's not the plants in your living room. Just go to the grocery store, go to the produce section.
And it doesn't even mean you have to be vegan. Listen, I promote veganism because I've experienced a lot of benefits from it, and I have plenty of plant recipes. But it doesn't mean that you only have to be vegan. You can incorporate that with your lean proteins and all that. You just need to eat clean, and there are many different ways to do that, but of course the cleanest way is plants.
Yep. All
right, we're done.
We had 20 minutes.
All right, guys. All right, thanks guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to you. Go to my website, benaturalbevegan.com, to check out healthy recipes and wellness tips. And with that, bye guys. Oh, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz.
I'm not even going to say any of that.
Share any of it if you want to.
Goodbye.
Bye.